was talking about this interview that came up most is a lot of people don't know what mead is. So can you tell people what mead is?
Mead, at its most basic form, is wine made from the fermentable sugars and honey. Where most alcohols have a fermentable sugar source, beer comes from malted grain, regular grape wine comes from grape juice. Our main fermentable sugar at the most basic level is honey.
Where do you guys make your mead?
Okay, so everything was made here on the other side. With our growth, we've been able to open a new production facility up the block. We kept our production in Lindenhurst, and it's currently at 290 North Wellwood Avenue, on the corner of Wellwood and Fremont Street, where most of our production will take place in 2021 and has started now. We will continue to produce small batch experimental stuff here in our old production facility.
Wonderful. And this will be more of just your tasting room?
Tasting will stay here. It will eventually be expanded a little bit, but we will continue to produce small batch stuff here. Couple ideas that we have that we don't want to necessarily make big batches of or want to try out first will be done here.
All right, and what led you and your partner to be making mead as opposed to other,
So we started getting into it. I have buddies that were like traders. I don't know how many of you people are familiar with like people that trade and get stuff from other states. Got to try a bunch of stuff from out of state. Really great. It was really hard to get. Didn't exist here really. So we started making a little bit. Threw into homebrew competitions. Did pretty well. Like a lot of guys that own breweries, like, oh, let's just open a brewery or let's open a meadery. So we jumped on it because we wanted to do it before anyone else did.
Nice. And what led you to Lindenhurst?
Well, when we were looking for spaces, Restoration was in the process of building out. We were sold on the Tri-Tech apartments coming. We were sold by the Chamber of Commerce and some of the guys that what they're doing for the community and what they're doing for the downtown area. So we decided it would be a good fit for us to be part of the revitalization of the downtown Lindenhurst area.
Can you tell us about the flavors you have available and what's your favorite?
Well, favorites. It's like picking your favorite child, I would assume. I would assume that. I don't have children. I have a dog.
Okay.
I do have some personal favorites. Rescue Mead is been our best seller. It's one of my go-tos. It's a 6.8% slightly carbonated session mead made from strawberry, raspberry, and wildflower honey. It's really been our go-to. It's one of those batches that we just have to keep making. It's crazy. That and to keep it Lindy too, our collaboration with Restoration Kitchen.
Oh,
it's a 5% blueberry ginger, which was when we did it, we based it off of his growing Moscow Mule menu, and that was his best seller. So we tried to emulate that into a mead. So that's one of my favorites because I love ginger, and it's been one of our top sellers also.
That sounds really good. And so the level of carbonation in the canned mead is
very low.
Very
low.
low.
It's like if you're familiar with, if you've had like a cider and you're familiar with that low cider carbonation, they're closer to that than they are to actual beer.
Now, I always have questions about the labeling. Like, who do you work with? One artist to do your labels?
So our friend who did most of our current labels now, she's actually a Lindenhurst graduate. They live in Florida now, but her and her husband are both from Lindenhurst.
Cool. Awesome. Very cool. Tell me about this artwork on the wall.
So that artwork on the wall is by an artist named Teresa Christensen. She is someone I've known for, I met her 20 years ago. She currently lives in Lindenhurst, but is from North Babylon. Her and her husband live in Lindenhurst.
Love this.
Yeah, she does.
So cool.
She does a lot of pop culture paintings, pop culture icons, pop culture movie things in this style of painting. So we have a small mead club. What it is we open it up at the end of the year and we keep it running. We keep it open till about till about mid-January. Gives people the opportunity to get to pre-buy bottles at a savings. So what our club entails is it's $300 prepaid for the year. You get 16 bottles over the course of four bottle shipments. You get 10% off in the tasting room and 15% off any merchandise you purchase throughout the year. The $300 though, with our average bottle price of $22 to $25, you're saving almost $100 off the bat on those 16 bottles if you were purchasing.
Awesome. And then they come pick it up, or
They come pick it up. Everyone in our club is very local.
Nice. It's always nice to have a special surprise.
Special surprise, yes it is.
Yeah.
And come this new year with the small batch stuff we're doing, like we're gonna do a bunch of more limited edition stuff. Now that we could produce the batches that we need to make to keep distribution going, we could experiment with a lot of new flavors.
I'm gonna get some.
That normally means she wants
some
water.
B-roll
That
out
normally
there.
means she wants water.
You thirsty, Hazel? And you are obviously a dog-friendly environment.
We are dog friendly. We are family friendly. Bring your dogs, bring your kids. If you bring dogs, make sure your dog is dog friendly because we do have a house dog. And
Yes.
she can't go anywhere. She's here.
She lives here.
Yes. If I'm here, she's here. So please make sure your dog is dog friendly. We'll be offering $10 flights. Our flights come any 5 you want that we have available for flights, and you can mix and match. You can pick from either still or draft style, and it'll be $10 for the month of January.
And have you been to our lovely library?
I have not.
You're gonna have to come. Yeah.
Being a two-man operation is
What about Hazel?
Hazel.
2.5 man
2.5
operation.
man. Well, two man and a female dog.
And a female dog.
It's tough. It's a lot of work being a two-man operation.
All right. Well, thank you for having us, and we hope that Lindenhurst comes and visits. Come visit Joe and Hazel and get the library sampler.
Just mention the library.
You'll get your $10 sampler.
$10 flight.